in this lesson, I want to talk about installing IntelliJ IDEA. So I've already told you that IntelliJ is my favorite IDE around, but what I didn't tell you is there's actually a couple different versions. One that's free and one that's paid. So I want to talk through those in this, and then we'll go ahead and install the version that's right for you. So I'm out in Google here. I'm going to do a quick search. I'm going to just say IntelliJ IDEA, and that should be the first one that comes up. So we're going to go ahead and hit that website. And so here's download, take a tour. So let's go ahead and click download. And we're going to be brought to this screen. So for me, I'm on a Mac and it automatically recognized that and brought me to the Mac downloads. But for each of those downloads, you're going to see two separate downloads. One is the Ultimate and one is the Community. So first off, the Community is a free version and it's open source. And so if you want to get a free version, you can just download this. This is going to get everybody who's just getting into, say, Java development, strictly just straight Java development right away. This is your best option. Now, if you started to write Java for a little while now and you get into other things, let's say that you're working on JavaScript and TypeScript projects with, say, Angular, then the commercial would be a good option for you. Or if you get into some of the other Java development like Spring and Spring Boot, Plague, Rails, or other frameworks, again, the commercial would be a good choice for you. Also, the commercial version has very good source code control support via Git, SVN, and so on. So again, this is a really nice option to have when you're writing code, is you want to have some nice integration with source code control. Yeah, again, if you're just getting started, you can start with the community version, but also there is a free trial for the Ultimate, so I would go ahead and do this. Now, I say this, I'm not getting paid by IntelliJ at all to promote this. Again, this is my favorite IDE and it makes me productive, so that's why I really like telling people about it. Now, there is a free trial for the Ultimate, but you might be asking yourself, what if I want to go ahead and buy it? So this is the one thing that I like to tell people. We are an individual or a customer. So if we come into here and you see this price here, this $149 for the first year, you may not really want to pay $150 out of the, for the year. But what I can tell you is you can also pay monthly. So we can pay the $14.90 a month just to use it and see if we like it. So we don't need to commit to a product that's hundreds of dollars, and we don't need to commit to a long-term commitment here with the IDE. If your trial's up and you like what you're using so far and you want to keep trying it, $15 a month is not that bad for a tool that's going to really make you productive in your development. All right, so that's enough with that. Let's go back to the page here. And I'm going to download the Ultimate. Again, you can download the community version. It's probably going to give you the same kind of install here. And so I'm just going to pause this. As soon as this is done, we'll go ahead and run it. Okay, now that it's done downloading, I'm going to go ahead and run this. All right, and all we're going to do is drag this into our applications folder. All right, close this out. Now I'm going to go into Launchpad here. I'm actually going to drag this down into my dock so that I have it here. And now with it in my dock, I'm going to just go ahead and click on it to launch the application. And we're going to say open. All right, so this is if you've coming from a previous version of IntelliJ and you wanted to import all of your settings, then you could do so. So whether it's on this computer or maybe you had it on another computer, you can actually pull in all of your settings so you don't have to go through and set it up again. But we're going to do that in the next section together. I'm going to show you how I kind of customize my installation with different themes and plugins and etc. So we're going to say do not import for now. And I'm gonna accept that. And here's where you're gonna want to enter in your license, or we can just evaluate for free. I actually have a license, but I'm gonna evaluate for free and I'll enter my license after I'm done with this video. So let's go ahead and evaluate for free. And hey, send me some tips to learn IntelliJ IDEA faster. That'd be pretty cool, so we can get some of those. Tell me about new product features as they come out. I'm actually a part of those already, so I don't even need to get that. To start your evaluation, you must accept and OK. So now it's going to bring us up and it's just going to ask us a couple of questions of how we want to customize our install. So what type of UI theme do you like? I actually like a dark theme, so I'm going to go with that. And we're going to look at installing one of my favorite themes in the next section. So next, key maps. So this is really asking you if you've used IDEA before. So if you say, I never used it before, this is a good kind of starting point to go from. Create a launcher script. This is create a script for opening files and projects from the command line. This is actually a good idea to do. I do that. You could do this after you've installed it if you like, but heck, might as well go ahead and do that now. Then it's going to ask you for some default plugins. Now, again, if you're using the Community Edition, you might not have as many available to you as you want. Again, I can come back and install these later. I know I'm not going to be doing any Android development, so I'll close that down. Everything else looks pretty good. So next. And now we're going to download some featured plugins. So if you want to do some, say, Scala or Node.js. Again, this is kind of stuff that I do want to do, but I'll come back and set this up later. And we're going to enter our password here. And that should do it. We are firing up IntelliJ IDEA for the first time. And now we can create a new project, import a project, open. And if you're using the ultimate version, check out from version control. So that's all I wanted to do in this lesson. We're going to quickly create another Hello World application, but this time using IntelliJ to do so. And then again, we'll come back in the next section and talk about how we can customize IntelliJ IDEA to really fit our needs. So with that, let's go ahead and move on and create that new Hello World exercise.